Jeremy, we're here.
Okay, I'll start up the virtualization.
Well, thank you for everybody for coming to the book club. Appreciate that. What a great turnout.
First inaugural book club.
Yeah.
And of course, we played Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And
a great game to kick it off with.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Internet, for pushing us for this one, because
oh yeah,
I know
yeah,
you
weren't feeling it.
Wasn't feeling it at all.
Scared of vampires.
I was scared as
Which
shit.
is surprising given how much, like, I think everyone here kind of enjoys Metroidvanias.
I would consider them one of my favorite genres.
But it did have this one, you know, had a different kind of difficulty. You know what I mean? It's that old game difficulty. You know?
I don't know.
I love that. I miss that.
Yeah.
If I'm being totally honest, like the lack of a tutorial, the lack of of hand holding.
Yeah, a lot of mechanics left you know, for the player to find out in this game.
Absolutely. No explanation of spells. I do think, you know, it is something where the difficulty is really front loaded, and soon after you get going in this game, you're like, I am Dracula. You know, this is my castle.
Yeah, 100%.
Son of Dracula.
Yeah, well,
and I think so much of what made it feel hard at the beginning is just that it kicks you out of the game when you die. So like going back to where you are, like it took me long, like even just to get back in, like takes you a couple minutes to load your save file, versus if you just respawned at your last save room, I feel like it would feel quicker, and if the movement was quicker and you could just get back to where you were right away. I don't think I ever got stuck at like a boss for more than 2 tries. It just was time kill. Like when I die, I'd be like, do I really want to start over again? And sometimes I just turn off the system.
I mean, it's almost like a run back in Dark Souls with an extra chore of reloading your save and all that stuff. Just feels really weighty when you die. That, of course, never happened to me because I played with Rewind, so can't relate.
You did what? What?
This guy.
What's a ring?
1 hit of damage.
Hitless?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damageless run.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, that's something else.
Let myself live with one point of damage? No way.
Yeah, yeah. Like you said, it's in the beginning. It's tough. You know, I didn't find the enemies to be too tough in the beginning. Other than that damn knockback, no matter what, you get hit, you get thrown. You get thrown, and then you get thrown into something else. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it was just that there were so many diverting pathways. And it's hard to keep it in your head, and it just keeps building up, and you keep forgetting different things. And if you miss a safe room or a save room, that really sucks because you know you might have gone the wrong way, you know. But then I got pretty good by the end of like, I bet there's a save room right there. That seems like there's one. Yeah, right. Yeah. That's what's in that room, you know.
You can kind of get like, I would be trying to like, if there's 4 rooms or 4 doors in a room I was in, let me just go and peek in all of them, and like you could sort of, even if none of them were the save room, you could figure out, oh, this is like the regular hallway. That's probably going to be to a save room. This is a whole new look. There's not going to be a save room here.
Or this is like
where there's like an enemy
hallway.
Right away. Yeah.
Or this is a whole different.
You can kind of figure out the patterns.
Absolutely. It does make you feel like, you know, you're learning the game when you get stuff like that. Again, it's like, I'm learning this castle. I know how it works. I'm Dracula.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I think the thing that I like the most about this game is the inclusion of all of those really great like RPG elements that you don't see in a lot of Metroidvanias.
Yes.
At least not some of the ones that I've played recently. I think Ian, you were saying at one point in our group chat about it that like that's the thing that Metroid is missing, is the RPG elements of like different weapons, different stats for those different weapons, things like that. And I can't help but agree with you on that. I think that would be a nice little shake up to the Metroid formula.
Yeah.
To borrow, from Castlevania the way that Castlevania borrowed from Metroid to make Symphony of the Night.
They
I mean,
made
it is the namesake of Metroidvanias, so.
half of it, yeah. They made it easy
Yeah.
in this game because there were so many different weapons that and each one did something unique, and it might not have always been a game changer, but boy oh boy was it exciting just to pick up a new item and see what it was going to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You always
Um,
wanted
Yeah.
to try it out. I
And there
wanted to
were,
ask what weapons did you guys end up using for most of the game?
I actually got like right off the bat there was like a quick dagger that I think it might have just
Oh,
been
yeah.
like hand, and man, oh man, I was just always doing that, like
That's
quick
funny.
high DPS, low
That was kind of
range.
your same weapon choice in Mina the Hollower, so you got a type. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you,
I
Chris?
think
Yeah.
I did something similar once I found the fists, the jewel fists.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh,
They
wow.
were
Is
good.
that-
They were good.
Because the like I don't know, like I guess the pause time between attacks was much slower than the swords.
Oh yeah.
So I basically had that in my left hand at all times, and then
I felt the
eventually
same way. Yeah.
started getting swords that were more powerful or like a little bit less powerful but close enough that I mostly did. And then like with a boss, if you got in and like just like ducked right in front of them
Tanked
and
it.
just spammed the punch button, like I would be doing like there was basically no refresh time, so I'd be doing like hundreds of damage
And it had
before
high
I
crit.
had to move.
That
Yeah.
jewel
High
fist
crit,
had a high
yeah.
crit chance too. That was crazy. Yeah. What about you,
Ray?
Ray?
Yeah.
I never really stuck with one weapon
Oh, really?
in particular. Yeah, I kind
Yeah.
of bounced around a little bit, especially as I was like picking up weapons that were just stronger than what I, currently was wielding. I didn't on this most recent run chance into any of like the random drop weapons that have like some pretty unique effects. But I'm not really a fan of the two-handers. I like to hold a shield
Yeah.
in my offhand. Really not for anything other than to like shield cancel my backdash, just so that I can get around the map a little
I
faster.
learned that later on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the shield
I just
equipped
had
the whole
fast forward
time.
on, so.
Shut up.
I liked Shield Rod, so I also had a
Shield
equipped
rod. I'm
at
glad
the
you brought
time.
up the shield rod.
Yeah, Shield Rod was
Yeah.
great because then just always something new to try.
Man,
It's a good one.
Yeah, just gave me beautiful animations. I don't know what the hell half of the spells did, but
Right.
you gotta rip them anyway.
a lot of them are buffs, and a lot of them are maybe
Yes.
screen
Yeah. Help
screen
me with
damage.
this thing or that thing. Yeah,
Um,
but I like
How does
Shield
the
Rod.
shield rod work? I didn't use
Basically,
it at all.
it's a one-handed weapon. You bash them with it, but then also depending on what shield you have equipped, there's like a spell you can
quarter
use,
circle
and then it has
forward
Oh.
attack.
different,
I think.
different effects. I just put it on back paddle. But
Yeah.
it just has different effects. So all
I think
sorts of
that's-
things. Sometimes make your defense go up, make your offense go up, resist to fire.
I think
Others just do damage.
the quarter circle attack is the standard special attack for like most of the weapons, I think, because I would do that where it was just like a down, a little swoop down while you're attacking, and it would.
Yeah,
I forget what the sword I ended up using until the end after the jeweled fist would let you like teleport behind enemies and do a bunch of damage and then switch back. It might have been Alucard's sword actually.
Yeah.
Because I think you have
Okay.
it right in the beginning. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I did end up using that.
It is so
I
interesting.
didn't
How...
use
Go ahead.
I didn't use any of the spells. I got
Really,
confused.
really.
I was like
That's impressive.
spamming the button combos, trying to find the ones you start with, because you had
Yeah.
told us about that, Ian.
Mhm.
And then I realized, like, it like drained all my health or something. Like it did something strange. I didn't know what happened, and so I was like, I don't want to mess with this. And I never found any other like spell.
I don't think you
don't know
like
if there's, like,
find them
spell
other
books or
than.
things you learn.
No, I don't. I don't think you learned
I
them.
bought one. I bought one.
You
for
did.
Sure,
Oh,
from
okay.
the
Yeah.
librarian.
Yeah, you can buy
Oh
them
yeah,
from the
that's why I
librarian.
thought there were. spellbooks because I bought that one. So I assumed there were others to find, and then I just didn't. So I didn't use spells at all.
It is
yeah, I just
interesting
mashed.
to me how the fighting game type commands don't really seem to be part of any other modern Metroidvanias.
Yeah.
I love that though.
I liked it
Use
too.
the fighting game inputs for this.
Definitely adds like a layer of skill on top of just being good at platforming, which is basically what like Hollow Knight asks you to do.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting, like different level of complexity, and then you just get more ways to interface with your enemies.
There's a healing spell as one of them, and I thought it was invaluable, especially for a few bosses where you would get like 8 health points for everything on the screen, basically.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And,
I think that's the one that I
it was
used
so
because
important.
it
Life-
had that description in my spell page.
Life steal.
But when I did it, that didn't happen. But maybe nothing was on the screen. And
yes,
so
if you're
just
too
never
far
tried
away,
again.
yeah, and then all these little orbs come closer to you, and then you absorb them. Alucard absorbs them. Yeah, I needed that a lot. There's actually a boss on screen right now that I'm playing while we talk, and there's I needed it like a ton for that. Did you get to the how far did you guys get? Actually, I want to talk about pets first while we're on equipment. Did you use any pets?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh
Which
yeah.
pets
The
did you
fairy.
use them? Why? Oh yeah, the fairy like uses your items for you. I didn't understand that until later.
Uses your items for you, can like heal
Help
you. It's just a really good defensive option.
Yeah.
I hope nobody used the demon because it's really only useful in one room.
The demon with the.
They used the demon the whole time, and when he just was voice acted, that made it all worth it.
Oh yeah.
Wow, this switch is here. I think I'll press it. Yeah.
Can we change topics?
I was like, what was that?
To the voice acting real fast because voice acting in this game is peak.
Amazing. Yeah.
It's so good.
What do you
Sometimes you don't remember that people had voices back then, and a game like this just really reminds you, wow.
What's the first line in the game? It's like.
What's a man but a miserable?
No, that's
secrets?
a good no. I'm talking about Richter's line. Stop, monster! You don't belong in this world.
So hokey.
No, I like Dracula as voice acting. It's good writing too. That's a great line.
Yeah,
miserable pile of secrets. Yeah.
What were the other pets? Okay, so we got fairy, demon.
I used the sword, man. Sword was cool.
Sword's pretty good.
Sword was really cool.
Yeah, sword was cool. And then there was like a ghost, but it's like a skull, I think, flying skull.
Yeah, that's
but they call it ghost.
I think I barely used that one.
Didn't
now
use
I
it
thought,
much either.
okay, there was one thing, and maybe this is just the fairy. There was an item I got. I can't remember, but it said a hammer. It said like to be used by
fairy item.
Use?
Fairy
What
item.
does fairy do with a hammer?
That basically, if you get petrified, you turn to stone,
breaks you open.
The fairy will hit you with the hammer and break you out of it sooner than
never got
just
petrified.
wiggling out of it.
Shut up.
Yeah,
so then you missed out on the
and
Easter
even if
egg.
he did, he just rewound.
Because there's like a 1 in 11,000 chance that you become a gargoyle, stone gargoyle. I think I saw it at one point. Yeah, I saw it.
Damn,
I saw it at one
like
point.
11,000 times.
Nah, I don't. No, I don't know if it's that one. Yeah, that was funny. Trying to look at while it's playing. Look at some of the items in my inventory. Yeah, that's it for the pets, though.
Pets. Yeah, I think we can talk about.
The music was awesome.
Consumable, like the food.
Throwable
weapons. Like I totally
Not too
avoided
much
all that until the end of the game too. Where
I used food.
There was one time where I was desperate to heal.
Nice.
I have so much food that I could use all of this, but I usually would just try to get back to the save room.
Yeah, I used food a lot. No
The game
throwables.
gives me consumables. I'm saving them all until I have them all in my pocket at the end.
So you have to use it,
That's just the way it goes.
It's like I'm really low on health and I don't want to have to reload my save because I don't remember the last time I hit a save room.
Right.
Now I need to use this.
Yeah, I threw food on the ground a lot and ate it. A lot of shiitake mushrooms.
It seemed like there were a lot of powerful items that you could use as offense.
A lot of meal tickets.
Yes, yeah, there are the throwable items you can like combo and deal just massive amounts of damage with those.
Like boomerangs and stuff like that, and
I think like the throwing stars is the main one that like the speedrunners use because it's just You know, I think you glitch your way through the conversation with the librarian that allows you to
Okay.
like
Yeah.
underflow the amount of money you have, and you just buy like just a massive amount of throwing stars, and then for the entire rest of the game you're just doing like outrageous amounts of damage.
Oh, that's cool.
Bosses just
Wow.
melt like that. It's pretty crazy.
Speaking of,
Somebody mentioned the music
oh yeah,
Yeah.
in the game.
Music's
Top tier.
amazing. Yeah.
yeah, it's great.
It's
Absolutely.
fantastic.
The when
it
you
really
go to
kinda
the
kicked
frog
off-
caves, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
frog cave music, real good.
Yeah. The Frog Cave, the clock tower music is
Clock
great.
Tower's very good.
Yeah.
He's so
Speaking of the
fun.
librarian though, did you guys buy any of the expensive stuff? Did you grind for any of it? Like there was a cape that you can change the it's like Joseph's cape. You can change the color. They give you an RBG slider set,
Okay, no,
and
I didn't know.
and I think it's got good stats too. But it was
You
like
better
30
hope so.
30K or something like that. I forget.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
There's a lot of like crazy customization that you can do in this game. It's
Change the
insane
menu
that you
color.
can
I love that. Oh, that was something else.
Yeah.
There were two menu options that never unlocked for me.
Yeah.
They were always question marks.
Maybe some new game plus stuff.
I don't know, maybe, but
well, did anyone try to play Richter mode?
I booted one of them up, but I didn't get very far. I just wanted to see it because I saw it on YouTube. But is that one of the menu things is in Richter mode?
I don't recall off the top of my head. I would have to see what menu options were missing for you. One of the things that I did appreciate though in this game was that if there was like a branching path that you didn't have immediate access to, it was pretty obvious that like it was a door that you needed to figure out how to open. Like in the
true.
clock room specifically, you can see that like the floor clearly has like a
Right.
like, oh, these two pieces are supposed to come
Right.
apart and I should be able to go down from here. I liked that. Like I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like it's I don't want to have to like swing my sword at every single wall to try to find all the secrets.
Absolutely.
You know, like I would
Absolutely.
rather a secret be locked behind a if not a visible puzzle, then at the very least a door that's just like, okay, there's something behind that door that I know that I want to.
Or yeah,
I
I
wanna
think
see.
it's pretty clearly communicated which side a door opens from in most cases. Like I think there's like
Yes.
one of them where it's some kind of contraption, and you can see that if I cut this rope, this thing opens up.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, I don't have to wonder.
Yeah.
I just got to
Yeah.
get over there. No, I agree with that.
There were some rooms where I had like when I was lost at one point, I looked up a walkthrough, and
Yeah.
where I was stuck, it was like, oh, go to this room with a secret in it, where you like duck in a spot and you wait for a few seconds, and it creates an elevator and takes you into another room with some loot in it.
Yes.
The secret
I know
elevator.
exactly the room
Yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah.
After that, I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
is every room that has nothing in it like this? Like
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
the confession room where seemed to be absolutely
Did you
nothing.
mess with that?
I tried everything. I tried squatting in every place in the room. I tried hitting everything in the room. I couldn't figure out a single thing.
You
got, like, sit in
you
the
go
seat or
to the
something,
right
right?
side and you sit in the chair, and then randomly sometimes like a little
Ghost
ghost
pops
apparition of a person will like come in
Yeah.
and sit down and like chat with you, but there's
Right.
no
Nothing happens.
vocalization. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a neat
They
little
might
kind
give
of
you
Easter
a
egg.
potion. Yeah. So how far did you guys get?
I got one piece shy of Dracula.
One
I
piece?
got
Oh,
4
one
out
of the
of 5
relics.
pieces
Yeah.
of Dracula. Yeah. And then I gotta say, yeah, just overall, Upside Down Castle did not do it for me. I think like if
Yeah.
this were 40 years ago, then sure, and this is the only game I had. But it's like the Upside Down Castle was 10 times less fun to run around in, because it's like half the time you can't make these jumps. You got to use your bat. You got to use
It's
the
all bat.
mist, and it's
Yeah, it's just
It's
all
just like
that.
it just was way less fun.
Did
And I think a
you?
big part of this is how fun it is to move around and jump and swing as
You're right.
Alucard, and you just lose
It's
all that in the
reasonable.
upside down castle.
At
So
a
Yeah.
certain
push
point, I was just bat flying over every enemy in a room. Like, I don't
exactly.
care
Yeah.
about the combat because I have all the weapons I need. I don't need
Yep.
money. I don't need, like, my hearts are maxed out because I'm not using my special. So I don't need to, like, get any of the collectibles that would be in a room. So I would just fly through. No, like, I would look at the map, know where I need to get to, and just try to avoid all of the enemies on the way if I could, because the upside down castle went a lot faster, but it was very boring
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
the like initial uh, novelty of the
Sure.
first like couple rooms and the first couple bosses.
Yes.
And then all of the bosses I thought were pretty good
I agree with that.
in that part of the game, but
For sure.
some of the rooms themselves, it just was like,
Yeah.
not really worth it.
No, I beat
I got
Dracula.
all of the Dracula pieces. I beat him.
Yeah. Yeah. You finished it. Yeah. I meant to, but just couldn't
was
couldn't
like-
start it up again.
It's kind of too easy at the end. I feel like I barely remember it. It was I think I just tanked
You
it.
just blazed through it. Yeah.
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 I got
Yeah,
all the
it's-
relics. Did you get the poison cloud relic? Poison mist?
No.
Oh man,
I
so
think
good. It was so good. Yeah. Your
think
mist
I was
turns
at
into
that
a
boss.
poison. Yeah, I forget
I
what
think I
boss
is
it
that the
fight
big
that boss.
like yellow dragon type of thing?
Yeah, the thunder dragon. That guy was an
Yeah.
ass. No, wait, no, I got the
I-
mist before him actually because I used the mist on him. It was real important.
Oh,
Or maybe
okay.
no, I used the mist to go between his legs and then hit him.
Yeah.
So maybe the mist.
You're
was-
talking about the guy that's in like the top of the inverted castle.
Yeah.
I
He's
don't
like the
remember where it
very topmost boss. He throws out like the white orbs at you and then has like his lightning
The
staff.
lightning dragon. Ugh.
Exactly.
Yeah, that guy's I think the hardest boss in the game.
I
in my
thought the
That was the only one I
fly guy
really
was
struggled
tough.
with.
That fly
Yeah.
corpse, the hanging corpse that like.
Oh yeah, that was.
That was
Oh,
so
yeah.
hard.
It took me
a
No,
while
he
to
was so
figure
hard.
out.
That dude.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. That
that dude's
healing
a pain.
spell was like so important.
Yeah, I
there.
bet. That one
I
just
only-
enough to hit him was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could barely hit him.
I like to stick with the dagger special weapon because you could throw a bunch of them.
Yep.
And so I always was avoiding the other special weapons. And I died
Really?
to that boss a lot before I realized there's the axe that arcs right outside his door. And I realized you're very clearly supposed to go into this
Use
boss
that.
with that
Yeah.
weapon.
Well,
And that's
right.
the only way
It's
to
a
beat
good
him.
one.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that
good
is
one.
another interesting thing. Which sub weapons did we use the most? I
Axe,
feel like
man.
definitely axe. I love the holy water, the one that
A little bit.
you
Yeah.
use in
Holy
Super
water's
Smash
pretty good.
Brothers.
Especially if
Holy
it's
water's
like
pretty
a
handy.
like a
Big slow
stationary type
enemy,
of
and you just
enemy,
throw
yeah.
3 of them
Exactly.
and watch the thing melt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you use the cross at all?
A little bit, but I could.
It has,
Sometimes
like,
he
the
would
big
do
giant
Too
AoE.
much.
Yeah,
Used
yeah.
all my juice. Yeah. I can
Yeah,
It's
use
a
yeah.
pretty good one.
crazy.
Yeah. Might be good on a big boss, but
I don't know what it was.
Didn't use the
called, but
gun.
There was a, like, maybe it was like a lightning thing, but
yeah.
it kind of looked like a, like a watch or something, and not the stop watch, but or the clock, but
Yeah.
it threw like the dagger, but then it did way more damage.
Yeah, I remember that one. It's like a little straight line, and it does some
Yeah.
electricity. Yeah, I use that one.
I like
for
that
sure.
one too.
Yeah, yeah, they were all pretty fun to use. It's like again, after coming from like Mina the Hollower, which pretty much like apes that exact
Right.
mechanic, I was like, oh, cool to see where that came from.
Borrowed a lot of the same
Absolutely.
same weapons from it. Yeah.
I didn't realize how much all of the items in and all of the sprites in Vampire Survivors are just from this
Yeah.
game.
Straight
Oh
up.
yeah,
Rip.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
I love
kind of blown
Vampire
away.
Survivors too.
yeah. Who doesn't? It's
It's
like
dumb, but it's great.
cocaine or something. Like yeah, everyone likes. it.
Slot machine. Half-hour slot machine.
Yeah, the other thing I noticed is like so many of the weapon names are things I recognize from Dark Souls, and
Yeah.
I'm like, where are these weapons from like the real world? Like, was there
Yeah.
really a Zweihander?
Yeah. There is.
I mean,
Wow,
well,
And-
that's
yeah,
crazy. Really?
it's just two-hander.
Well, yeah, I
You
know,
know.
but it's like Masamune and everything like that. Like,
I
Oh
think
yeah,
also a
those
lot of that
very
stuff comes
specific
from
names.
D&D. And
that
so
too.
what I'm
Mhm.
curious about is, was this an inspiration for Dark Souls, or
Right.
were they both kind of going to the same source and getting,
It's
borrowing the
hard.
same names from
Hard to
the same
imagine
place?
that Dark Souls was not influenced, at least in some part, by this like
Yeah.
amazing revolutionary trek through a castle with weapons and like theme.
Especially
Yeah,
with
I was
like an
gonna say,
open-ended area to explore.
right,
Mhm.
exactly. I think like this feels a lot less like a lot of modern Metroidvanias, because you don't get like, or I guess you do get the double jump that then
For
lets you
sure.
access places, or the bat, but for the most part you're not getting like a new ability that gets you somewhere. You're getting a key, like an actual key, like for the blue door, or like there's the armor, that the spike breaker armor. It's like
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
Yes.
specifically for
Yeah.
one thing,
You're
and that
right.
felt a lot closer to Dark Souls 1 world design, where instead of having
Yeah.
like a world that you have to get, go in a certain path and, unlock abilities, you have like the ability to make areas easier, or,
Right.
like work your way through them with the thing that helps you do them. But you could sequence break, like
Sure.
presumably you could skip the shield spike breaker and very carefully bat through that hallway with all the
No, I
spikes.
don't think you can because
You
there's a blue
can't.
door. Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's the
I
blue door
tried
at the
that.
Oh,
end.
so you
Yeah,
Yeah.
have
you
to
need
turn
to.
into a human to open the blue
Yep.
door.
You do, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't open doors as a bat.
I mean, that
And
being said, I'm sure there are places to sequence break.
Yeah.
oh, there are.
Yeah, of
I mean, like
course.
that's 90% of the speed run. Like the very first thing that you sequence break in the speed run
Yeah.
is basically you get to the library and then you damage boost off of one of the books to get up to the bat sooner.
Uh,
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
I also
Yeah,
I also heard you can skip death and then keep all
you
I
your
saw,
can.
items.
I saw that on the
Yeah.
GDQ. I think this
Yeah.
he
Yes.
does it
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
he did it
Yes.
this year. The
That's
dragon
You
really
do it
guy.
in the luck mode run, and you unequip certain weapons. This is
The
the cool
luck
thing that
mode,
I
yeah.
really like, the RPG elements of the
yeah.
game. When you have certain defensive values, that's what kind of causes you to get launched when you
Right.
take
Right. Yeah.
damage.
Exactly. Yeah.
So when you
Mm.
play luck mode, your luck is maxed out, but all of the rest of your stats are far lower than they would be in a normal run. And so by removing some of his equipment, when you damage boost off of the warg, it just shoots you off in a direction and you don't stop moving in that direction until you hit a wall.
Mm.
And so that's how they kind of like do
Yeah. Get a
that
ton of
cutscene
speed.
skip, is that you essentially just damage boost through an entire room
Wow.
because
Yeah.
you get sent
Yeah,
flying because your defense is so low.
check out the GDQ run from this year.
Yes.
He does
Yeah.
it in the right away, and he's woo.
He does it, and very impressively, he's the one explaining how everything is
Yeah.
happening as he's playing it in
That's a
real
skill,
time.
And it's
man.
only
That's a
like
skill.
a
It's
20-minute run
talent.
or something. It's or less. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty short.
It's
Pretty short.
I think it's like 15 minutes.
Right.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
about
Yeah.
quick.
as close to 20. Yeah.
Take 15 minutes, watch it. It's crazy how he does it. Especially with like the glitch that he does to get past Richter. That's just, normally you would have to go and get the goggles to be able to see the
The
orb
orb.
floating behind him. You can glitch right just through that room, because for whatever reason I think the default state of that room is just Richter like just chilling.
Makes sense.
So you can
Yeah,
just blast
it's
over him or
wild.
something. Yeah.
Uh,
I can't remember. I remember he did it, but I forget what it looked
yeah,
like.
I think it's like a positioning type of a thing, and then as long as you're positioned properly when you transition through the room, it just loads the default room state, which is just nothing, and then you walk through up into the teleporter. It's wild.
Is there a place in the menu that surfaces the stat numbers? Did just miss that, or like is a lot of this
so.
figured out by
Your equipment.
Yeah.
in
It
the
showed
equipment
you.
screen?
Yeah, there was a little bit of number
Yeah.
Okay,
action. On
I
the-
wasn't paying enough attention then, because
Yeah.
that was one
It'll-
thing. I was
No wonder you
besides
used the
the
Ruby gauntlets or
attack
whatever.
damage. I
Yeah,
wasn't
okay.
seeing anything else, but I wasn't
Yeah.
looking around in the menu much.
No, when you go to like
they're all
equip
right there for
your armor and your weapons and everything, it shows you like an up arrow or a down arrow to show
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah, I
you're
guess
gonna
it
like
does.
raise your stats.
I just never paid attention to anything other than damage. And-
Single
but-
focus mind, you know.
Yeah, because I was like, if you had iframes to the dodge, which maybe that also has, and I didn't know how to use it, and if the stats were more, clear, which I guess they were actually so clear that I looked right through them. This would people said for Hollow Knight that was like the 2D Dark Souls, and this would, I feel like there are so many enemies where you're slowly like one hit and you have to move back and wait
Yes,
for their
totally.
animation.
Yeah.
And, it would fully be like the
This is the
spiritual
one.
predecessor. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I see tons of things that are more similar to Dark Souls in this game than Hollow Knight. Items,
Yeah,
for one.
absolutely.
Throwable stuff, right? Like all sorts. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a pretty good game. It was a pretty good game. I think it was great to see its, resounding influence on all the other things that came after it. It holds up great. It does not feel like you're playing an old game.
Not at
Looks
all.
great, plays
Yeah.
great, stylish, has a identity. And it's like even apart from all of the like spiritual successors in terms of like Metroidvania, it also has a ton of real actual sequels. Tons of
Yeah.
them, right? Like I don't know, there's one coming out this year and probably 10
Yes.
that came out between Symphony of the Night and this one.
What is it? I think like Belmont's Curse or
I
something.
think that's right. Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
guys ever play any of those other ones? The other like sort of Metroidvania style Castlevania games?
No.
I went and watched a video that like walked through like all of the games in the series just to figure out which one I played before.
Oh yeah,
And
okay.
it was Aria of Sorrows.
Oh, that's the one I played
and
before.
yeah, so
The
and I have
GBA or
that. Yeah, the
GBA.
GBA, and I played that. I might
Great
still
game.
have the cartridge somewhere.
Oh no
but
way.
I
Yeah.
bought the GBA collection on my
Same.
Switch, so I'm definitely gonna. I immediately went into Silk Song again.
That's
because
awesome.
my brother is
Yeah.
playing it, and I never
Okay.
beat Act 3, so I was just like, this,
Can't let your brother do
has
that.
me excited enough to go back
Yeah.
into that, and
Don't
then
let him
I
show
think
you
I'll
up.
probably play Aria of Sorrows after this.
Yeah, I'm interested in trying the DS one that I think is a sequel to Aria
Yeah.
of Sorrow because I hear that one is quite good. So I might pick up the DS collection, especially after playing this one.
I think I've only played Circle of the Moon.
Hey, GBA, that's the first one I think.
Yeah, which I do have. I think that's like considered to be the weakest of the three
I
on
think
the
that's
GBA.
my understanding too. Yeah.
But I did just recently pick up Harmony of Dissonance.
Oh, nice.
So I'm probably gonna try to play this
Awesome.
pretty
Yeah.
soon. I gotta finish a couple of other games first, but looking forward to that.
What about you, Tree Froggy? You think this will inspire you to pick up another Castlevania game?
Yeah, I'd probably go for the Aria of the Sorrows since you guys played it and recommend that one. I
I think
definitely
you
want to
should
try it.
try. I think you should try one of the N64 3D ones.
No, that's okay.
Don't do that.
I've seen those.
Generally considered to be the worst.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chris and I like rented it when we were kids. one
Really?
time, and
Yeah.
we didn't know what we were doing with that. But I do remember the giant skeleton, and he was swinging the big club and hitting his own little skeletons, and I was amazed that the enemy was hitting the other enemies.
Now that sounds like
And
Dark
so-
Souls right
And
there.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
He don't
Well,
give a
really,
fuck.
that's Doom. When you walk into a room
Oh,
in Doom
true.
and you just see, like, or like hear the damage, like the enemies grunting, and you're like, okay, let me just sit back and see who kills each other first.
Yeah. Funny. All right, well, I think it's time to give our numerical rating for the game. So I think we're gonna give this our book club's books will be ranked on a scale of 1 to 10. Just what do you feel? You don't think about it too hard. So let's go ahead and give it our ranking. Flex, why don't you start us off?
Um, I want to stay to whole numbers, but like,
Stay to whole numbers, yeah, definitely.
yeah, it's gonna have to be like a 9 or 10 for me. Um,
Pick.
the music
Which
is
one?
bomb. The gameplay is bomb. I'm just gonna go with the 10.
Hell
Honestly,
yeah,
it's
I love
just
that. That's
it's
awesome.
such and that's not to say that it's a perfect game, but it is like the defining
Yeah,
namesake of the genre. Like when you talk about Metroidvanias, Symphony of the Night is the Vania in Metroidvania.
absolutely,
It's what
absolutely.
like really kind of opened the door for the genre. The gameplay is bomb, the music is bomb, the RPG elements and the different systems in the game just fantastic. The voice acting phenomenal. Um, there's like a million different bosses in the game, and they're all different.
No
There's
repeats. Yeah, I mean that's pretty
yeah,
good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
no
I was
repeats.
Not
impressed
one
There's
up
re-
until
like
the end.
Yeah,
They were still throwing even bigger
yeah,
and bigger bosses at you,
right.
yeah,
and bigger and
there's a good
tougher enemies.
amount of like challenge in the game.
Sure is. Yep.
um, Especially in the beginning, and then you get a bit more powerful later on, and then I think, like you said, like you could just bat over some of the enemies in the rooms, but like at that point, you're just kind of playing for bosses anyway.
Right.
All in all,
True.
like it's just a wonderful game. I can't recommend enough that if you haven't played it, like do yourself a
Pick it
favor
up.
and play it,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
especially and just like you might have to suffer through the first hour or
Yeah,
two of the
absolutely.
game
Gotta
as you
say
learn how to play it,
they should make it a little easier to play this damn game. I mean,
Yeah.
like what the
Yeah,
hell?
well,
Absolutely.
Get
you know,
rewind.
that's another
You
thing.
can't rewind.
Yeah, I can't rewind.
No, don't get rewind.
Yeah.
What about you, Pritch?
Uh,
What do you think?
I'm between a 9 and a 10 as well,
Gotta
and
pick.
I think the part of me is like it's a fantastic game, but it's not perfect, so that would make
Yeah.
it a 9. There's some things about it I didn't like, but
Nothing
also,
wrong to leave a little wiggle
leaving
room.
it,
Yeah.
I do kind of want to play it again. So, I feel
Time
like
for
that's a
Richter
10.
mode.
When you
Yeah.
finish a game and
Yeah.
you're not tired of it,
Absolutely.
you want a sequel or you want to play Richter mode, that's enough for me. And there are definitely some moments where like either the pixel art or when it would bring in like a 3D rotating object or something like totally blew me away,
Yeah.
which is
Hmm.
pretty impressive, removed by multiple decades.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
so,
Yeah, it
and
holds
I
up.
feel like that's not something I see any modern pixel art games doing,
So
of like
true.
bringing in like few 3D elements that can just like really wow you.
Astound you. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it had some of the bosses, some like really like I was surprised at how like much it went into the horror, and there was like
Yeah.
some pretty like
Yes.
grotesque things.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like some clunkiness with age, but otherwise checks all the boxes for me. So I'll
Yeah.
say a 10.
Yeah. Amazing. All right, I'll go next. I think you guys covered pretty much all of the amazing things about this game, and I'm right there with you at the top of the range, but I'm going to give it a 9 only because
Fair.
that upside down castle just really like I wanted it to be worth it, and it just bored me so much that I stopped playing. And I think like as a historical artifact, one can really respect and understand why they did that. Squeeze as much
Hmm.
as you can out of it, give the gamer some game. Going back to it now, it feels like a chore. And for that reason, I got a dock at 1 point. That being said, play it. It's a great game. It's astounding. If you love Metroidvania, it's you can't miss it.
Yeah. The underground upside down castle was tough, but I think the bosses did make it worth it.
Fair enough. Fair
But I
enough.
will give it a 9 because I want to leave a little wiggle room because it's still the first game,
Yeah.
and I don't want to start too hard. And then
I don't consider that a good reason,
It's
but
not-
I accept your rating.
Well, I don't
We
think.
started with a banger. I don't.
It's true, yeah,
You know,
it's true, yeah.
like
Yeah.
you'd be hard pressed to find a better game to start the book club with.
I
Like,
agree with
like
that.
what
Yeah.
what are we starting with 'Ocarina of Time'? Come
Right,
on, what are
yeah,
we doing
yeah.
here? You know.
I mean, I think it's a pretty cool treat that for at least three of us, it was our first time, right? We all
Yes.
got to
Yeah,
play this
my first time.
classic, legendary game that we all really enjoyed together. So that was pretty cool.
And I'm having, as the person that's played it before, like I'm really glad you guys did play it and
Yeah.
enjoyed it as much
Yeah,
as you
yeah,
did.
yeah. It was just great, just great.
Yeah, it was really nice to be able to ask for help
Yep.
instead of having
Yeah.
to immediately resort to. Because,
Yes.
like I said, that walkthrough that I found would just like
Yeah.
spoil things that I wouldn't do otherwise, and that's
Yeah.
usually the problem with getting stuck in a game like this. So
Yes.
it was nice that at some points I could say like, "Where is the same save room near
Yeah.
this boss?" And you guys would know.
Go left. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks again for everybody showing up and giving it a go. And any other final thoughts?
What's the next game we're playing?
Oh, yeah. We have to figure that out.
big
We're either
question.
gonna spin a wheel or do a plinko or
I think we need to think a little harder on how we're going to make that decision.
pick
but there's-
pick something out of a
there's some
shoe.
things in the mix.
We
Yeah.
got a few days.
Yeah, right. We'll make it happen sooner rather than later.
You want to throw out some suggestions? Just free ball some right now?
No,
Or-
no, no.
No.
That's too ridiculous.
All right. Yeah.